Advaitamudavarshiniम् Bhagavatim Ashadashadyayiniम् Amba Tvamam Santadami Bhagavati Devadveshinim Namo Tudaya Savishala Kutte Ullada Kindaya Bhadranetra Yena Tvaya Bharataya Purna Tarvavito Jnanamaya Pradipa Nutam Karoti Vacharam Vandum Nandayate Girim Yatkrupatamam Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutara Sunvanti Vyeshtarehi Vedai Sangapada-kramo Manusharehi Gayantiyam Samada Jnana-vaspita-tattva-tena manasa Pashyantiyam yogino Yasyam panna-vidussura-suragana Devaya tasmai namaha Devaya tasmai namaha.
Verse number 70. Yastvatmaratirev syat Atmatruptascha manavah Atmanyeva cha santuštah Tasya karyam na vidyate Naiva tasya krutenarthah Na kruteneha kaścana Na chasya sarvabhuteshu Kaśchidartha-vyapashrayah Tasmad-asaktas satatam Karyam karma samachara Asakto hyacharan karma Paramapnoti purushah Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim Astita janakadayah Lokasangrahamevapi Sampashyan kartumarhasi One, after gaining the wisdom, what one does, whether one commits to a life of sannyasa or commits to a life of Karmayoga, depends upon one's prarabdha. Purva janmas, whatever is there, it comes. Janaka, etc. had that prarabdha to do this karmas, whereas Janaka, etc. had a prarabdha to continue as a king, even after knowledge. Vasishtha continued to be the priest of the kingdom after knowledge, Vishwamitra as well, and Yajnavalkya had both the prarabdhas, that he continued to be a married person and then with a family and then give up. It depends on prarabdha because knowledge is not in opposition to the lifestyle. Knowledge is the discovery, the fact that I am a karta, a bhokta. That being the case, wise man doesn't mind whatever is in the life, in the prarabdha. Having said so, the second line of the verse he says, Loka sangraha mevapi Sampashyan kartumarhasi. Seeing the loka sangraha. Okay? Desirability of protecting people. That is called loka sangraha. Whose phone it is? No, the other phone is ringing. Desirability of loka sangraha, you have to act. That means a leader should act. An inspirational model should act. See, in the world, there are three types of leaders. One leaders are opportunists. They look for an opportunity and then they lead people, When they take up a particular cause in which one is personally interested in, and they create a hype in the society and then get into the position. This fellow has time, has a leisure, some resources and capacity to maneuver. Like it's very common in India, some society garden, society cleanliness, like every apartment has a society, an association. Every area has association. They build a temple, suddenly the whole area, we want to build a temple in a common plot. So they hype the emotion and make themselves a leader and do the job. Second are idealists. They are fired by some ideal. And they think, these are the fellows who think, the world has a lot of problems. And solution is in my idealism only. It may be political idealism, it may be religious idealism, it may be some social reform. They are fired up with this, some ideal. And they think the solution should come from me only. World has a problem. This ideal will provide the solution through us. And slowly they get into. Now these are the guys who have a lot of rational, available thinking for ideal to be the solution. Not only that, they have a capacity and rationale to prove to the world that there is a problem. You have to highlight the problem, you have to provide the solution, and they have a lot of emotion also. So they create an emotional hype into the society and make people believe that this is the only way. These are the guys have, as I said, in thinking that I am the only one who can provide you the solution. No one else. This is the only way to solve, to save the world. These are all religious guys also. We are the only one to help you. Our classic example, Hitler, political ideologues, they have really led the countries for so many years. This is the system, socialism. Just inspiration, they get it. These people are not ready to think. These people are not ready to accept. The intolerance is so high in them because they have to condemn other religions, condemn other philosophies, condemn other vision and prove that this is the only way. Like if you see these communists, they always condemn the culture. They always condemn that they don't want religion, they don't want culture, they don't want tradition. This is new. Alone will solve. Deliberately, this all socialist country, they removed the religion. Russia, I was told, was so strong that they changed the surnames of the people. They said you should have only this last name and this many only, so that you cannot identify this person. Like in India, he's a Patel or he's a Brahmana or he's a Baniya. You don't have to identify, just leave. These idealist people lead the society emotionally, and there are people who follow them blindly. The third and the last category of the leaders are who are in a position to lead by virtue of their prarabdha or by virtue of their virtues. They have certain qualities whereby society looks up to them. And therefore, there are people who follow them. And therefore, they should do what is good not only for themselves, but good for the entire society. They have to think of others. They cannot think themselves. So, Bhagavan says, looking from this point of view, you are a leader by virtue of position, one. Because you are a prince, born to Pandavas. And you are a leader by virtue of your qualities, by virtue of your success, that you have gained the name and fame. People look up to you. In a sense, modern jargon, you are a celebrity. Therefore also, you should do. What happens, how people follow the leader, he explains in the third chapter, next verse, see that. Yadhyadacharati shrestha tattadeveta rojana sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanu vartate yattadacharati shrestha tattadeveta rojana sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanu vartate. Bhagavan says, yad, whatsoever, shrestha acharati. Shrestha means the person who is important or who is looked up to, or modern jargon, let us say, who is a celebrity. Whatever a celebrity does, tattadeva, that alone, others, the itaraha, janaha, others do the same thing. And he says, sayat pramanam kurute. Whatever the celebrity considers as a pramanam, authority, that becomes pramanam for others. You know what happens? This is a typical scenario. Most of the human beings don't have time, don't have leisure, and don't have necessary knowledge to look into certain things. They are so busy, therefore they don't want to think themselves. And it is easy to follow. Because it's a childhood psychology. Mom told me and I did it. And I was safe. I got it. Then in between mom will tell also that no, see, since I told you got this. And after marriage also, same thing. Swamiji would say, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? So he has been conditioned to follow. Anyway. So people don't have much of a time and mind to think themselves. They feel it is easy to follow somebody. Because lots of resources, energy is consumed in their daily chore. Especially in the field of religion, in the field of nation, when you think, be larger the picture, they hardly think. And they just follow. This is usual. One. Secondly, human heart is always a hero worshipper. When I say hero, I don't mean film hero, okay, movie hero. Some ideal person is always there, whom he or she wants to copycat, whom he or she is an inspirational model, whom I should be doing. Even the children, 2-year-old toddler would always want that I will take my cup of milk by myself. If mom is helping, no, I do it myself. And he tries to hold the cup like how his daddy holds. He would sit in a chair where the daddy sits. And if the daddy reads newspaper and takes cup, he also wants that. Hero. Hero. There is somebody always ideal. Even in that way, everybody is a hero. And there are people who follow, they look up to. In a family, the family is the follower and this person is hero. In any professional you come across, there is always a hero. When I go to some Chamber of Commerce functions, I used to go, now I don't have time. So then they introduce Swamiji in different towns. They have Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And they will introduce Swamiji, this is our Dhirubhai Ambani. So here is a fellow, is the most entrepreneurial, most successful in our town. He will be the hero equated to what? Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Delhi. I had gone to some function where BJP functionaries were involved. They introduced, Swamiji, we know you are from Gujarat. He is our Narendra Modi. 8-10 years ago. If in the field of chartered accountant, there is some hero. If in the field of medicine, there is some hero. There is always hero worshipping. Is easy and human heart just likes it. That being the case, therefore he says, the Janaha, the people at large, Bhagavan, don't say Manavaha. This is interesting, this is all Tikakara, okay? Manavaha means Manute iti Manava, those who think. Janaha means Jayate Gacchati, those who follow. They just don't think. There is not much energy to think. They think we should follow. They don't want to be a trendsetter. They don't want to risk. Safe is the best. Therefore, whatever the Shrestha person, Shrestha means one whom they look up to. I tell you simple, we had Gandhiji in those days. Gandhiji was advocated khadi, and that you should spin yourself. Everybody did. Even today, any international leader comes, if he visits Ahmedabad, because he is the father of the nation, it's a political visit, and another, he has to go to this Gandhi ashram and try this, that will. Can they do this? Whatever Gandhiji did, others have to do. This is follow. That is true for teenager. There is some hero, some ideal, but mostly film line. There is whatever he wears or she wears, whatever type of ornament she has, they want it. Whatever style of hairstyle they want it. In fact, all these marketing guys, use celebrities to market their product. For what? The love for celebrity is transferred to their product. This is transference. This kind of transference. Sachin Tendulkar, our batsman, will come and say, I use this toothpaste to make my teeth white. And he opens the mouth and it is sprinkling white. It reflects light. My God, light also. In India, only 1%, and mostly they use women, because there is an advertisement. It is another modern American problem, but a Western problem. I mean, India never we have this. Now, only 1% falsified this theory that you can market product without your ideal. That was Baba Ramdev. He started marketing. He comes on in his own as a market, but he was also an ideal. See, he started yoga camps. Early morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and do this pranayama and do this asana, and people liked it and simple things he told, and then said, Ayurveda is the best. We trust him, we look up to him and then follow. That is a usual thing. Every so-called movement, political movement, recently Gujarat had this Hardik Patel and all that, people just follow. No thinking. The fellow was talking absolutely absurd. All India has a problem. Every state now and then has asked for reservations. You know, for the Jat Andolan, Gurjar Andolan, everybody has. And all of them know. No government can give unless they amend the constitution. And which nobody is going to do. But still people follow in a hope. The ideals say, leaders say, they just fall for it. This being the case, lokaha tadanu vartate. These leaders set the trend. You know, there is a story. In India you must have heard, it is a famous statement, is a part of the verse like Gata anugatiko loka. Gata anugatika. Once one who is gone, the people just follow. You know, loka parmartika. The complete line is Gata anugatiko lokaha na lokaha parmartika. People are not trendsetters. People don't think themselves. They would love to follow the word. This has come with a story we had in Sanskrit. It seems in those days when Brahmana set out for yatra, pilgrimage, went all around, and then there is a value to have snana. Pilgrimage means not only visiting temple but visiting rivers also. So a fellow happened to pass by Bombay and then thought, let me have samudra snan, bath in the ocean, and went to Juhu beach. Very simple Shastra committed Brahmana. He had nothing with him, just through real yatrika, thief had some clothes and had one lota, one pot, which you need for drinking water and other usage, multi-purpose. So he had that lota. Now he put his old clothes on the beach and that lota and went. But on the Bombay beach you see many people. Then fellow had a thought, somebody may take up my lota. Then I'll be stranded without lota, because sometimes river bath you require, drinking when you walk you require. So he came back. What to do? Unknown place, can't trust, people had told, be careful, it's Bombay. So he was afraid of it. So he thought he should dig a little pit in the sand and put the lota inside. And went away. Then he went and he realized, how will I know where I put the lota? It's outside. I may think that I may end up digging all. So being a Brahmana, Shiva Bhakta, so he created a Shivlinga out of sand. And when, this is perfect. And he went for a bath, and then Brahmana doing bath means long time. There is some Rasta proverb, Ves Bhavan Bhaji, Pani Dekin Raji. He has to do Sandhya Vandana and Surya Arghya and Gayatri Japa. And poor fellow was looking in the sun, direction of sun and doing all puja. Relaxed, safe. When he returned, there were 100 shivlingas. The children playing around that, this is new thing, let us make that. So then he said, Setau Saikatalingena Nashtamme Tamra Bhajana. Setau, on the sea beach, Saikatalinga, linga made out of sand. I lost with my pot, copper pot, by the linga made out of sand. Why? Gatanugati ko people don't think. So that is how this Bhagavan says, you are a leader and therefore better do what is to be done. Secondly, Sayat Pramanam Kurute. Cable liya wire table paas hai. Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokahas Tadharmam. What leader says as a pramanam, authority, others. Like again Gandhiji. It's very interesting study. Gandhiji somehow had a samskara for Bhagavad Gita. He loved Barno Khachi na line khol jara. Sarku kar. He had a samskara for Gita. He studied Gita. So all those people who were there in the freedom movement, closer to Gandhiji, they also studied Gita. And they also taught Gita without teacher, okay? That was Swam Guru. Gandhiji didn't have time. But you see Kishorlal Mazurwala, Vinoba Bhave, Murarji Desai also used to give lectures on Gita. Something, our ex-Prime Minister once upon a time, they all studied because he gave Pramanyam to Gita. In this one sentence of Gandhiji, he says, whenever I have a problem, I go to the lap of Mother Gita.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita has solution to all my problems. It's true. And not true also. Gita says all problems are mithya. Not true. And that is why it is true. But you know mithya, there are all solutions in one go. But anyway, but he said, and so believe. Sayat pramanam kurte. Whatever he or she says, this is a pramanam. People just follow. And oh Arjuna, you are a leader of the third category by position. And so if you run away, people will also. Arjuna did this. And I have seen this in the field of religion also. Religious leader, somebody did something, they keep doing the same thing because that leader did, so they think they have a license to do that because that leader did it. And so, Arjuna, you will be providing a wrong license to the humanity by running away from the battle, taking to life of sannyasa. People think we can take to life of sannyasa anything. This is one thing. It is so, you can say it is like a virus. And that too like an AIDS virus is eating the culture. One of the things. Yudhishthira in the Mahabharata played the game of dice. All of us know. Since he played, he gambled. People now play gambling on Janmashtami and give example. Yudhishthira also played, so we can play. The same mistake Yudhishthira had done, by the way. There is no shastric injunction that king should accept the invitation for this game of dice. It was a convention. Kings were playing. So he went by convention, not Shastra. He should have gone by Shastra. He made a mistake. We can also do it. The message of the story is not to give you license to play, license to gamble. The message is, see, he was so honest, truthful. To speak the truth to this degree, one must be very alert and conscious to oneself. Even by mistake, some small thing I don't utter wrong, improper. Such an alert person lost his senses in gambling. So you better don't do. That is a message. Okay, there is a saying in Sanskrit, Yatra gajaha na ganyante mashakanam ka varta. When elephants are not counted, what is the question of these flies and bees? The big things are, it is so big. So also when Yudhishthira could not control himself in this greed to make money, greed to win, that greed covers your wisdom and you will end up doing something wrong. So don't do it. That is a message. Whereas they think, since Yudhishthira did, we can. Wrong. Yat pramanam kurute. Anyway, then Bhagavan says, Arjuna says, but then is there any example for this? Bhagavan said, I am example. Name parthasti kartavyam.
Name parthasti kartavyam.
Trishu lokeshu kinchana.
Trishu lokeshu kinchana.
Nanavaptam avaptavyam.
Nanavaptam avaptavyam.
Varta eva cha karmani.
Varta eva cha karmani.
Bhagavan says, Hey Partha. Name Partha. Its address, Hey Partha, means Arjuna, son of Prutha. His mother's name was Prutha. Those days, Arjuna was named after mother also. You know, Pandavaha is their father, Pandu's son Pandava, but he was called as Prutha also. So gender bias was not there. That is my point. Hey Partha, Trishu Lokeshu, in these three words, means anywhere, at any time. Me kartavyam nasti. There is nothing for me to be done. Today or tomorrow, or there was nothing to be done, here or anywhere. Secondly, anywhere in the world can go with both the lines. Trishu lokeshu. Na anavaptavyam aptavyam. There is nothing to be gained which is not yet gained for me. To be gained can be some two ways. I have to gain this or as a duty. I have to do this as a duty. Or I feel a sense of lack and therefore I do. Bhagavan says there is nothing. In other words, I have no kartavya karma. There is no karma which I am supposed to do, I must do. And there is no kamya karma, desire prompted action. There is no sense of lack in me. There is no sense that I am unhappy, I am dissatisfied, I am incomplete. Much less there is a sense of doership, I am karta, therefore I should do. Because I am Bhagavan. There is no kartrutva bhoktrutvam. There is no bhoktrutvam also. Even then, varta evacha karmani, yet I always remain committed to karma. Remember, what does it mean karma? What is to be done. I never erred that I shouldn't do this or I cannot do this. I just kept doing it. Anavaptam means apraptam. There is nothing which I have not gained. Avaptavyam, worthy to be gained, something desirable, there is nothing. I don't have a lack of something, I miss, I need. Apraptam means I need to have. In avaptavyam, this is desirable for me. Nothing. I am the whole world, the master of the world, nothing missing, nothing to be gained. Still, I keep on doing. People think, later on he will say, they think me to be ordinary person. You know this story of Lala Krishna eating butter, this butter stealing business, that you can say he didn't have butter. No, that was not true. His family had lot of butter. Krishna's father had so many cows that he could donate the cows in thousands. That much was there. No, Krishna liked that neighbor's butter. Of them, I think I love it. Or maybe out of habit. Some children I have seen, when they come from a school, they will go to neighbor to eat. They don't eat at their place. Our Acharya had his friend's daughter. His daughter, I think. Sachi, nahi? Sachi used to go to his place. He was his friend. They were staying close by. Sachi will not eat at her place. Now she is the mother of 2 kids. I hope this doesn't get into DNA. She is in Navi Mumbai. They do it. Did Krishna had this problem? Bhagwan, there is nothing. There is, because I am Lakshmi Pati. Lakshmi is my servant, serving me. I have that Kaustubh money. I have nothing that I can miss. And nothing, I am Purna. So nothing that I feel that I don't have, and nothing that I want. In spite of that, I keep doing the karma. And what type of karma? All karmas to be done. I told you earlier, kartavya karma not necessarily limited to what Veda says. No. Veda does give you certain karmas. Our Shastra gives you, this is your contributory action which you should do. But in life, every life situation dictates me what to do. Dictates me in a sense, in every life situation it reveals to me, hey, you are here, you have to do this. And I should respond that way. Why? It is God's will. God puts me into this situation at this point, at this time, in these circumstances. That means He wants me to do this. Full stop. That is what is expected out of me. So that is, He says, I have been honoring this. The will, the harmony, the will of harmony, which He said, evam pravartitam chakram. I set the things into motion, but when I take birth as a human being, and I am in a given position, at a given place, at a given time, and whatever that position warrants me to do, I do. Born as a prince, but by destiny, prarabdha, the fellow had to grow up, Krishna had to grow up in where? He had to grow up at Vrindavan as a cowherd's boy, son of a cowherd. So he did cow grazing. Not that he loved cows and he missed cows. No, I miss them. Therefore I like it. Therefore I go there. It was warranted at that time. That situation dictated that they should do grazing the cows. And it was warranted at that time that you should protect these people from those demons coming every third day. So he killed them. You just objectively responded to that given situation. Even though I am Bhagavan, I need to respond, I did respond. Nothing is missing to me, he says so. There is nothing that I want that you can. You switch off your voice. There is nothing that I miss. See, one thing you should know. This Bhagavan, this Shad Aishwarya, sixfold Bhaga, is Samagrasya Aishwaryasya Yasasaha Viryasya Shriya. Aishwarya, Virya, Yasha, Shriya. Knowledge, all power, all fame, all everything. And one of them is total vairagya, total dispassion. And this is another problem. Krishna had Ras Leela, he loved gopis, but never you have license to love. No, I would say, have it. Do follow, take Krishna's example, but see the second half. There was nothing for myself. The day he left, never called him mobile. Radha, what did he do? He did FaceTime to Vishaka, another girl, another friend. He never bothered. Gone means gone for good. The distance between Mathura and Vrindavan is hardly 20-30 minutes. He could have gone daily, at least on weekends. Mom, can I have a night out? Our children. Mom has a problem. When a teenage boy or a girl asking for a night out, she has a tension. See, every woman has a new set of friends when the children go to school. Because for security, he has to find that. Anyway, there is nothing to be gained, nothing that I miss. Still I do. Even he became a driver. Though he is a Sarathi, but he was a driver. And not on a pleasure ride, driver in the war. And the risk lies more to the driver than the master. And not an ordinary war. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all great heroes. And they all wanting to settle account with Krishna also. Even at least Karna and Dushasana and Duryodhana were there. Bhishma did respect him. I just do what I want. Why don't you look at me? You look up to me and look at me. I have been doing this, better do. Even if you are wise or otherwise. And he continues, for more reason that I do to set an example, and here is also one more reason why I perform. Yadi jayam na varteyam jatu karmanya tandritaha mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Next sloka. Utsidhe yurime lokaha. Utsidhe yurime lokaha. Na kuryam karma chedaham. Sankarasya cha kartasya. Upahanyami ma praja. Bhagavan says, Yadi aham navarteyam. If I do not commit, if I do not engage, if I do not surrender myself to karma totally, what he says, how do I commit to karma? Atandritaha, Tandra means laziness. Without any laziness means I commit to karma very alertly. I am very alert about my role and the script of the role. in this situation, I am expected to play this role, I just come in. I am so alert, I pick up. And having picked up the role, I am very alert and conscious about the script of that role also, and I perform the script also alertfully, committed. There is never inadvertence on my part. Inadvertently, I couldn't see that I should have been doing that. Hurt and guilt are there because you were a little inadvertent that time. Oh, I should have done that. No, I would never let the opportunity go. I am conscious this is what I have to do and I do this. If I were not like this, Jatu means ever, even for a minute, even for a situation. Never ever I am like this. If I were like this, what will happen? Mama vartmano vartante. People will take my example and follow. In other words, I do my duty perfectly. And if I have erred, people also will do the same everywhere. As I told you, see, Yudhishthira played the game of dice. Look at the society. They copied, they still copy and justify that since Yudhishthira gambled, we can also gamble. But why don't you see Yudhishthira spoke truth? At least try that. That they don't want. So people take a convenient example. What suits them, what pleases them, they get it. So any person, celebrity doing anything can be misused. The person may have license to do, but he can get his license in his hand. He's such a big person, so we can say, okay, let him not have this. It is possible that he may err one day, like we ourselves give space to ourselves. However particular we may be for doing some japa or some puja or for waking up our schedule, somehow continuously you are too late for 2-3 nights, you say, no, today I think I'll take a rest. You justify it. But that becomes a set example. Therefore, alertly, committedly, I live that life. Mama vartmano vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. All the people will do. We'll continue later at 3:30. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo